So, last night we had an attempted bombing in the capital of Norway, Oslo. The perpetrator was a 17-year-old guy carrying a cardboard box with a plastic bag in it. In that bag laid a 30 by 30 centimeter bomb device, a primitive bomb device with limited destruction capability. He was spotted by some passerby who reported it to the police as suspicious. He was then pulled in, and the bomb itself was detonated remotely via a robot by the bomb squad. So, right now, we have had the police make a statement about this, and I will now refer to the page that summarizes some of this statement. By the way, the bomb never went off. He never got anywhere. He's currently being interviewed, and this is currently not an issue for us. So let's jump right into the article here. So PST, which is basically the FBI for Norway, adjust their threat level after a bomb alarm or bomb warning was called in Oslo. Security Service confirms that the 17-year-old man that was arrested in Oslo on Saturday had a homemade bomb with him. This was stated by Signe K. Alling on a press conference Sunday afternoon. This is just a reference to their old article. That's unnecessary. The police informs us that it is a 17-year-old Russian citizen that currently lives in Oslo. He came to Norway 2010 to look for immigration and has gotten that. He is currently charged for illegal possession of explosive material. The 17-year-old himself denies guilt and says he has not planned any terror. Yeah, dude, yes, sure. You walk around with a fucking bomb in the middle of the street. Of course you're not planning any terror. Well, it might not be. Maybe he's just interested in bombs and wanted to blow up a bomb in the middle of the street. You know, maybe. I doubt it, though. PST informs us that the bomb-like object was a primitive, improvised bomb with a limited damage potential. The police detonated the bomb securely with a remote robot, which it doesn't say here, but it's said in different video. It is not yet known if the 17-year-old had intentions to perform a terror attack. It is unclear if more people were involved in this happening. The man was arrested after a person walking by contacted the police because he saw the man as suspicious. Good job, dude. Whoever this was, good job. He does not plead himself guilty, says the 17-year-old man's defender. He says he's not radical and not Islamic and wants to distance himself from ISIS and from radical Islam. What is it that he has said happened? I can't go into more details on this, but as PST says, it was an object with very little damage potential. He was not going to hurt people or himself with it. So he was going to hurt property then. The 17-year-old is currently charged with paragraph 142, third section, illegal possession of explosive material. The punishment for this could be up to 15 years. PST informed us during the press conference that he knew the 17-year-old from before, but they did not want to say specifically what made them question the 17-year-old. They also did not want to say what they had done in their preventative measures. The defense attorney replies with, as far as I know, they were in contact because of a worrisome connection he had with his friends, not necessarily himself. The defense attorney has been sitting with the 17-year-old all day, He speaks well Norwegian and is well integrated. For now, she wants to do what she can to get him into a proper jail instead of the holding cell he's currently in. He's a child, 17 years old. He is currently in the holding cell and has been presented with serious charges. So he is really struggling right now. I have to make sure that he is treated the best possible way due to his young age. Well, the thing is here. If it is proven later on that he had terror in mind or some sort of structural damage that he wanted to do with this bomb, because normal people don't make bombs and go around in the middle of town, right? If he has structural damage intended in his bomb making, that is still illegal possession of explosive material. Yes, he's young, but illegal possession of explosive material basically means he has willingly created a bomb. Now, do I think that he should be in for, 15 years? Probably not. But you can't let him go when he fucking sits around creating bombs and walking around in town with them. Here comes something important. I'm just gonna update the article again. PSD has increased the threat level in Norway because of recent events in Sweden and Oslo, Egypt now, and France, Germany, Russia, and a couple other places. They've increased the likeliness of terror in 2017 to likely for the next 2 months. They see it as likely that someone associated with ISIL or Al-Qaeda, ISIL is ISIS basically, we just for some reason write it differently, I don't know why. Someone who sympathizes with ISIS or Al-Qaeda will commit a terror attack. The development recently has created a row of uncertainties, which we, after an assessment, have made a decision to increase the threat level for a 2-month period. So, that is pretty much all the article. The rest of it is kind of dry material that's, it's not very important. It's just, what happened, the row of events that came up, like the chain of events, and that kind of stuff. So, what we have here is a 17-year-old that has been in contact with the security service earlier, supposedly through his friends. I'm not quite sure what the contact was from before. That's that's up to the police and stuff to assess themselves. So he's supposedly, I heard someone state that he has been in contact with people who have who have sympathy for ISIS, and I've also seen somewhere that he had sympathy with ISIS. Supposedly, I don't know if this is true, but if it is, then that's a problem. So he was carrying a fucking bomb around fucking biggest town in Norway, Oslo, the capital of Norway. He was in Greenland, which is one of the biggest areas of Oslo. It's at least a fucking crowded area. They had to close off a big section around him, around the bomb, after arresting him. Then they did a controlled explosion on that bomb, which is now destroyed. I was awake when these news came out, and I watched the live stream when people were running around talking, and this isn't something I assume the police will take lightly. Our police has seen the threat, and it says in the article here too, our police has seen the threat from ISIS and radical Islam, and they will probably take some measures to do this. In the video, which I won't be showing here, I'll link the article so you can go and have a look at it yourself, but it's in Norwegian, so yeah, problem. In the video, they state that they want people to report any suspicious activity they might see. So basically, they're calling for the people to help them out. And I think that's the right way to go. Like, I know everything about the, when people are like, oh, big brother, just report your friends, report your family, report your neighbors. Yeah, I understand. I see the problem with it. I see the issues that it can cause. But when it comes to the likeliness of terror right now, I think it's important that if you see something that could be a terror attack, it's important to at least let the police know that something's going on, so that we have an idea. Like, even if they come over, they talk to him, it's just like, yeah, it's fine. Then that's it, But if you can prevent a bombing or a terror attack, then why not, Anyways, guys, I am safe. Nobody died. Nobody happened. I know stuff happened in Egypt, and I kind of do want to make a video on that too. But as of Norway, so far we have raised our threat level, and I will probably update you guys on what happens in this court case later on. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Stay classy.